All right, good morning. So what we're going to do today is we are going to first start by disconnecting that mess. I have something to solve that problem. We are going to take this bumper and winch off from this Jeep, and we are going to put this bumper and winch onto the Jeep. Now this winch, it's a open road 4x4 winch, one of the least expensive ones you can buy. I don't use a winch very much, so I'm not spending a ton of money on it. You simply put a nut into here and then bolt it onto the bottom. Real simple to put on. And it comes with the cables. Simply hook cable to the bottom down there. The rest of the cables are hooked up when you get it, so it will go right on. It's pretty simple. I did buy a wiring harness to wire these lights, and we've got that mostly hooked up to hook on. The reason for buying the wiring harness is this piece right here. That's the piece that you got to hook up and disconnect to the Jeep. So I paid a lot of money for that wiring harness, but oh well. All right, now what we're going to do is I got to start by taking that bumper off. Actually, I'm going to start by disconnecting the battery, and then I bought these to sure open that up. Don't knock everything off.
Okay, that's it. You want me to hold the camera and you do it?
Yeah, you hold the camera and I'll do it. All right, so each one of these can pop out, and you have connectors that slide in. So we will clean it up, and it's just a bus bar where instead of having the big mess up there, it'll all go onto here. It'll all have its own connection. Okay, this piece you slide out this yellow piece, pops right out. Sure it does, with a little bit of force. Then you slide this gray piece up. Come hold the camera. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Hold the camera just like that. And you slide this gray piece up. Easier said than done. And then it just pops off from this piece. So that's the first disconnection, actually. First disconnection was the battery. See, the battery is disconnected on both sides. So we're going to disconnect all the wiring that goes to the winch, and then we'll start taking the bumper off. All right, so what you're going to do is take off the skid plate first. Let's move that way. All right, shut that off for a second, Troy. Got the bumper off. And what it takes to take it off, you have 4 bolts on each side. Now with the light, I did have it hooked up, so you have to keep the light, you have to disconnect the light, disconnect the fog lights, and it will come right off. That's where it hooks up to. Now the next thing is to take this winch off. And to do that, you have to take out that nut right there. And this plate will drop down with the winch. So the winch is not attached to this bumper. The other winch is attached to the bumper. All right, now, when you put the winch plate on, you have to take off this side piece. And it goes right there. And I'm going to put it back on. And there's one for each side. Now, when you take, like I said, put the winch plate on, you have to take that off. There's nothing you can do with it. So there it is. Got it going?
Yes.
Okay. You don't need to zoom in that close, Troy. Back up. All right. When you do this, if we do it right, it'll all line up. If we do it wrong, we'll wish we had lined it up right. It actually looks pretty good. All right. I'm going to do this side.
You want me to step on the other side here?
No, you're okay. You don't really need to see it, Troy. You can shut it off. And just like that, it's a new bumper. I like it. The problem with it is, I'm going to have to figure out how to put the skid plate on there, which doesn't, this bumper doesn't have holes for the skid plate. So I'm going to have to drill some, put some in. We'll see how that goes. We don't have it bolted on, it's just sitting there. So that's the next step. Okay. So we connected a bunch of stuff there, connected a bunch of stuff there. We still haven't connected those, but we will. And I put in a shut-off switch for the winch. So the winch wires run under and up next to this, and then we're going to stuff everything here in a second. It'll look a lot better. I don't have much on the battery terminals now, so we got them all in the bus box. All right, so we're going to change this bumper out as well. First thing we're going to do is take this off. I've already pulled one piece out. You use this, simply put it in, slides right underneath. Go back a little bit. I can't see Troy. All right, there we go. Simply goes in, pops right out. The other piece pops right off, and it comes out. Pretty simple. Then you have this piece. This pops open, and it pushes up and pulls outward. Pops up, pulls right out. Sounds simple, and until you do it, you'll find out it's not quite as simple as that. Just hang that down. All right, shut that off. All right, next thing we're doing is getting a better fit. You can shut it off. All right, next thing we're doing is taking off the skid plate. side, Troy. Come hold the other side. Go over there. Go over there. Take it down. Take it out. All right. Just set it down over there. On the golf cart, there's some sockets, right?
No.
All right. So I've already tightened up that side. But what you do, this is the winch plate. And you hook the winch up onto the winch plate and then you slide it in. You want to make sure the plate piece is on the outside. On the actual the winch plate will go on this side and you have spacers that go on this side. Now, that means when you're doing this, you need to align this hole, and as you see, it's not aligned yet, so this has to go up to be aligned. On this side, I cannot get a socket onto it behind the winch, so it's best to have, and then if you turn it the right way, it'll go on instead of come off. Start it up. Turn your lights to on. Turn your fog lights off. Turn your fog lights on. Oh, fog lights work. Ha 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 ha.